Brandy had the question. I think it's really scripting how to talk about fear states. And with the time that we have left, I'll just name. I tell people first that ketamine work often involves feeling afraid. If they have trauma and they may feel their trauma, sometimes they may just feel fear states that are more existential in nature. There's different types of fear states, and we have a video on that, so I'm not going to break it down right now. Different types of fear states, but I will kind of go through those with them. Losing control is one, having something bad happen to their body while they're altered. Obviously pieces around safety, trauma, or touch or boundaries or anything, all those safety pieces. And then their actual trauma flashbacks, uh, recalled memories. People can spontaneously remember trauma memories that they had not remembered before. These are a lot of different, and then there's just existential fear, there's death, there's ego dissolution type experiences in a positive sense, but there's also the negative, like I'm dying or I'm going through death. Like I'm just listing off ways of scary things that can happen. They don't all happen for everybody, and they don't always happen. And don't, if you didn't write all those down, we have a video that really goes through that. So don't worry about it. But what I will do is I'll tell the client these are potential things. If you have this XYZ trauma that we know you have, then that may come up or so on. So if you could become afraid, here's what's going to happen. And then I talk to them about the difference between fear with choice and fear without choice, which we have a video on as well. The idea being that if your observer mind is on board enough and the dose is light enough that you feel like you have any kind of choice, then we're going to sit with your choice around how much you want to look at this content. And I'm going to track that with you. We're going to be dialoguing and I'm going to be staying with you and you'll decide. If it's fear without choice, meaning like the person is just overcome with the experience, it's just happening to them and they are in it, especially when doses are a little high. This is statistically more common, but it can just happen anyway. Then I'm playing the role of like escorting them and accompanying them through the experience so that they are not alone in it. So you may feel it, you may experience it, but you will not be alone. I am going to track and I'm going to let you know that I'm with you the whole time. I do that with touch and with verbal cueing. Like I'm right here with you, I'm still with you, and that kind of thing. And so I'm saying all this to them in preparation. Like this is what I might do, this is what might happen. So, and then I am talk well we do the thing called tethering where we let them know that like either through touch or through verbal that we're staying with them. And then I am usually naming to them that being afraid or experiencing frightening content on ketamine is not like going through it in ordinary therapy or ordinary awareness. So there is a way in which the properties of ketamine do make it more tolerable. And that is true. So that is almost like a reassuring piece that I say is like, look, you may re-experience say a trauma flashback, for example, and you will feel the feelings. You may even go through all the sensory re-experience of it. And yet there is something about ketamine, and I'm saying this to them. There's something about ketamine that creates a type of buffering where even though you are feeling it, at the same time you feel more able to tolerate it than you normally do. So you feel it fully, but it doesn't quite get its claws in you where it takes you over. And your observer mind will be able to watch that happening. And that is actually what makes the magical difference between working with scary stuff on ketamine and working with scary stuff off ketamine. So I name all that stuff that I just said, and then we have a kind of a discussion and about that. And since we're at time, I'll stop there. But since we do have a video coming up that gets a little more into how to talk to people about fear, that's specifically about that in coming weeks.